Hello, welcome back to another video. And the Trapdoor Factory has produced the last 4x4 normal trapdoor with TNT after Funland Cave. So yeah, interesting backstory to this one. So when I was building the cave one, Newcomer showed me, link in the description, showed me a 330 block version of this, where the previous record was 360. And after I finished the 4x4 cave, I then started working on, well, this thing. And yeah, turns out, like, when I finished this, I went to the world record plot, and then I realized, well, Newcomer finished his own 300 block version like 2 hours before that. So yeah, this isn't the first, like, this isn't the world record because he made it like first without me knowing, so it's just tying the record. And then to add insult to injury, like, I woke up today, went on the server to like copy paste to record the video, and then he mailed me like, yo, I made a 1.5 version, so we now have this in 1.5, so these these 3 target blocks can actually like be removed from the build. So now I'm like really disappointed in this door, but I still wanted to make a video on it to add it to the collection of videos, you know. This thing is actually rather cool because we have this giant item loop running across around here, around the entire door. Just because I couldn't fit an item sorter in this spot, so I just fit the item sorter in this spot, and yeah. If you want a tutorial, even though like there is no reason to make one because there is a better 1.5 version, although Newcomer's version looks more complicated. I looked at it and I couldn't figure out how it actually is working. So the way this works is really simple. So when you push the button, this dropper hopper fires an item up that gets read from this comparator, sent into this dust, this 1-tick repeater. This will turn off this comparator for 3 ticks. When you like unpower this for 3 ticks, this will do the closing. So we can just see that right there. We'll just do the closing because whatever tick happens to invert, these storages will get sent through this comparator line under the singles into this side as well. And then this is just a T flip-flop to like hard power this, and then the item which got spit up by the input will go through these 2 hoppers, and then this comparator right there will do a falling edge with this and 1-tick all of these and then fire this for 4 ticks. This is also the first thing on the opening, so this is what you saw until here was the exact same. And then for these double piston extenders, all we need to do is send a 1-tick through this. So that was actually the reason the 330 thing existed, because there was a redstone block dual edge, which I couldn't fit into the space, so I was experimenting around with what other stuff can send a 1-tick through an inverted comparator. And remember the falling edge comparator block bullshit actually sends 1-ticks through torches, so I put one here and then refire. So whenever an item passes through this will 1-tick this torch, which will 1-tick all of the other stuff, which will do half of the double. And then to prevent that from happening on the closing and the first part of the opening, there is this 3-tick repeater right there, which gets powered from when the input fires. We we negate both the comparator and also power this block for long enough where this torch turning off is not actually affecting the dust at all. So when this repeater fires, it will, well, negate this for 3 ticks, but also keep it on during the torch flickering. So that's the closing, the first part of the opening. And then, so yellow right here, through this 4-tick repeater powering the storage piston, will always grab the block back up. So this falling edge is always in a reset state, as you can see right there, and is only waiting for an item to hit this hopper. First item to hit this hopper comes from the input, which is red wool, which we sort out back here again. And then the on the opening to fire the double piston extender twice, I actually need to send 2 items through this. So there's also this storage right here, which, where this, on the first time this fires, this target will move up, this nothing will do nothing. And then also this target from here will move into this spot. And then on the opening, we are in the state where there is a target here and a target here. So when this fires from the first part of the opening, this target will fire the dual edge, the falling edge, which will start everything. The second target will fire the falling edge, which will fire everything again, and then the nothingness will hit and everything is fine. So now there's purple wool here and purple wool here, because there's actually 4 different sets of items in this. There. And then in here are 2 targets. This entire ring is locational due to these 2 droppers being random, but there is a way for every like of the 4 possible combinations of locationality. So for example, on the server, this chest minecart wasn't here, the hoppers were just going under like this. But I needed to add in, like, I needed to change it for the single player world due to locationality issues. But yeah, you can like get around every locationality case, so yeah. Not much else to say. I feel embarrassed that we couldn't figure out the 300 block version like all those years ago when I asked Lego Fan to edit the 390 block one. Kinda embarrassing. But yeah. Bye.